All right, let's go ahead and find our easy seat here. Go ahead and close your eyes. Take a big deep breath in, fill up your belly. See if you can really push that air into your belly. And let it out nice and slow and relaxed. Big deep breath in. Nice smooth exhale out. And again, big breath. See if you can breathe a little deeper this time, putting a little more air into that belly, and then fill up your chest. And let it all out. Big breath in. Smooth exhale out. Couple of more deep breaths here, as deep as you can go. Then from here, if you'd like to move into that Ujjayi breath, you are free to do that. So closing your mouth, taking that smooth inhale through your nose. Smooth exhale out of your nose. Finding that gentle constriction in the back of your throat. If you'd like to use this breath for your whole practice, you're welcome to, or return to your natural breath, whatever feels good this morning. All right, from here, we're going to release our right leg out to the right side. We can bring our left foot to touch the inside of our right thigh, or if you'd like to take it even further, bring it on up into that little, where your ankle is on your thigh, if that feels good to you. It's can be a little intense along that left quad. You can bring a block around under that left thigh if you like. Again, this is personal preference here, depending on how your legs are feeling this morning. My left leg's not feeling up to it, probably from bike riding yesterday. So inhale, let's sweep the arms on up. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Exhale, turning our shoulders toward our right foot. And with our inhale, lengthen a little more here, lifting those ribs off those hips and hinging forward as we exhale, reaching out nice and long as we can stand it. And then eventually coming all the way around, reaching for that foot, the shin or the floor. Now, if you have your left ankle up on that right thigh and it's uncomfortable now, you can remove it if you need to. Don't force it here. Inhale, lengthen through that spine, shoulders move away from the ears, and exhale, continue to sink that head toward that knee. Let the head and neck relax. You should be feeling a nice stretch from your lower back, all along the back of your leg here. If it's not feeling that stretched or that bendy, if you want to point your toes towards your head, it'll engage the back of that leg a little deeper. And give it a try, see how it feels. And then release those hands back to the mat. Gently walk the hands back until you're in your nice easy seat. Inhale, bring the right leg in. Exhale, extend that left leg out, connecting that right foot inside that left thigh or giving it a try, bringing it clear up there. Mine are nice and stiff today, not having it. Extend that left leg on out. Hips are nice and level. If you find that your hips are coming off the ground, put a blanket underneath of there, keeping them connected the whole time. And then inhale the arms on up. Shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale those shoulders toward that left foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Hinging nice and long from those hips. And when you're ready, come all the way around. Grabbing that foot if you can, hands to the shin, hands to the ground. Inhale, press that heart forward. Let those shoulders slide away from those ears. And exhale, sink a little deeper. Pointing those toes towards you if you'd like to get that deeper engagement along the back of your leg. And then release those hands back to the mat and gently walk it on up. Now we're going to slide that left foot in to meet the right into butterfly here. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Let those shoulders relax. Little lift through our heart. See if you can tilt that pelvis forward just a little bit. If you can give that pelvis a little forward tilt, it'll stretch those hip flexors a little bit. But if it doesn't feel good, then just relax a little. And with an exhale, let those legs get heavy, going as far as you can stand it here. If you need to loosen up a little bit, you can. Every inhale, imagine getting a little bit taller. And then we'll go ahead and take this into a twist. So let's bring that left hand to our right knee. And then with an exhale, bring our right hand behind us and twist our shoulders, turning our shoulders as far as we can, turning toward the back of the room if you can, looking behind you or gazing out to the side, whatever's comfortable for your neck. Inhale, lengthen, sitting up tall, and exhale, continue to twist through those shoulders. And slowly release back through the center, but just keep it going. Cruise on over to the other side. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, twist through those shoulders. And slowly release. Bring our hands to the outsides of our thighs, guide those legs together here, and let those legs rock from side to side. One more time each side. I like to just do this little movement when I first wake up. Feels as good as one of those big morning stretches. All right, let's bring those legs on in. We're gonna roll on over, bring our toes together, knees mat distance apart. Have an inhale here as your belly tucks in, and as you exhale, let those hips slide back towards your heels. Arms are nice and long, palms press into the mat. Shoulders are relaxed, kind of sliding away from the ears. Take a nice big inhale here, and as you exhale, let those hips get heavy. Eventually letting your chest sink as far as you can. If your head can make it all the way to the mat, let your forehead rest on your mat or a block or a pillow. And take a few breaths here. We'll hang out right here. And on your inhale, go ahead and lift your head and then slide your left arm on down to where your hands by your chest, and then make a little right turn here. Slide that left arm under your right for a little child's pose, thread the needle mashup here. If you can get your head back to the mat, bring your head to the mat, or put it on a block. You should be feeling this in that left shoulder blade. Now, if you're happy here, you can stay here. Or if you'd like to bring that right arm around, tucking it into your hip crease, opening that right shoulder, you are welcome to do that. If your right arm is wrapped around your back, on your exhale, see if you can open that right shoulder up just a little bit more, a little bit at a time. Inhale, send that right arm up, sliding it back out to your mat. Press that right palm in a little bit and inhale, lift your head, slide the left arm on out and bring it nice and long. Inhale, let's bring that right arm in and make that little turn, left turn with our right arm. Right underneath that left, gently resting our head and our neck on the mat. If it feels funny in your neck at all, definitely support that head and neck. You don't want to suffer through or make it work. Make sure you're comfortable. And if you'd like to take that twist, send that left arm up and wrap it around your back, sending that hand to that hip crease. Exhale, rolling that left shoulder open if you can stand it. And then inhale, left arm on up, sending it back to the mat. Press it in. Inhale, gently lift your head. Bring that right arm around. Press those palms in and then inhale. Let's come on up into a tabletop. We're going to flip those toes and cruise on into our downward dog here. Palms are pressing into the mat. Triceps are spinning in toward your ears. Shoulders slide down your back. Give that head and neck a little nod yes and a little nod no. Making sure it's nice and relaxed. As you inhale, pull that belly button in, lifting those hips up toward the ceiling. And exhale, press those thighs toward the back of the room, letting those heels head toward the mat. Big inhale, lifting those hips. Nice, smooth exhale, sinking those heels. Pedaling it out here if your hamstrings are feeling tight. Make sure you're pressing out through your palms, not into your wrists. You want to make sure those wrists stay protected. And then when you're ready, go ahead and just settle right on into this downward dog here. Inhale, really lift those hips on up. This time as we exhale, we're going to gently sink to our knees, bring those toes together, and slide those hips back into a nice child's pose here. But from here, we're going to press those palms in to the mat. Inhale, press that heart forward, slide those shoulders back. We're moving into a cow pose. But then we're going to flip our toes. And as we exhale, we're going to go back into that downward dog. We'll do it again. We'll do it nice and slow one more time. Inhale, lifting those hips up. Exhale, gently sinking the knees to the mat. Toes come together. Hips slide on back. Palms press into the mat and inhale, slide our heart forward. Flipping our toes, heading back into downward dog. Inhale, lift through the hips. Exhale, sink through the knees. Hips slide back into child's pose. Inhale, lifting through the heart. Flipping those toes and cruising on into downward dog. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Big inhale and exhale as you lower. Inhale, pressing that heart forward. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale and exhale, sink through the knees. Hips slide back. Inhale, lift through the heart, flipping those toes and heading into downward dog. We'll pause again in downward dog. And then inhale, pull that belly button in, rolling all the way forward into a plank. And then gently bring the knees to the mat and come all the way down. Tops of our feet are flat on the floor. Hips are even. If you need to put a blanket underneath of your hips, go for it. And then with your next exhale, extend that right arm straight out to your right side. And then gently roll over onto that right shoulder. Making sure this feels comfortable on that right shoulder. Sometimes it feels like your shoulder's kind of digging into the ground, and if that's the case, put a blanket underneath your shoulder. And then if this feels pretty good and you'd like to go deeper, let's bend that top leg, planting that foot flat on the floor behind our bottom leg. And with an exhale, roll your hips open. Those hips are like a little steering wheel here for our twist. It takes it all the way to that right shoulder. Now your left arm can stay on the floor in front of you, onto your side, or wrap it up behind you, whatever feels good. Check in on that right shoulder. If it's a little too much, then slowly roll forward. And then with an exhale, gently roll those hips back to the center line here. Release that left leg and continue all the way over onto your belly. And inhale, let's bring that right arm in. And exhale, extend your left. Have an inhale here and then exhale. Gently roll over onto your left side. Testing it out here. And then when you're ready, bend that right leg. Roll those hips back. Nice big inhale here. Nice smooth exhale. Taking care with that left shoulder. Right arm can come all the way behind you if you like. And release that top leg, rolling over onto your belly. Right arm comes around, and on your inhale, left arm comes on in. From here, we're going to bring our arms, lining up our elbows with our chest. Shoulders slide away, palms press in, and inhale into Sphinx pose. Pull your belly button in. Be pressing into the ground just a little bit with your palms. Tops of your feet are flat on the floor. Your glutes are relaxed. Our heart is lifted. Check in on your lower back. If your lower back feels like it's being pinched, it's all in that pelvis. Tilt the pelvis forward. Pull your belly button in or scoop your belly in. And come on down. Keep your arms right where they are. We're going to come back into this. So inhale, lifting and rise into your Sphinx pose. From here, we're going to exhale, pull our chin in toward our chest, pull the heart back through our shoulder blades for that cat. Inhale, lift through the heart into cow. Exhale into cat, pulling the heart back. Inhale. And exhale. I don't know about you ladies, but I can definitely feel the muscle weakness in my belly from all this time of not working out like I should. We're going to change that though. We're going to start doing some workouts next week. Inhale, lift. And exhale back into cat. A couple more here. One more cow. And exhale, release yourself back to the mat. On your inhale, flip those toes, slide those hands to those ribs, and you can inhale, Lift through your heart here and come on back into downward dog here. Taking cobra, baby cobra, or upward dog to make your way to downward dog, whatever feels good. Inhale, lifting those hips here. Exhale, sinking those heels. Then inhale, belly button pulls in as you make your way to the front of your mat. Walking those hands to the front of your mat, taking one big step, whatever you like, and then slowly sink forward, bending through the knees a little bit to support your torso. Arms are heavy to start. And if you'd like to go elbow to elbow here and take those little sways from side to side, you can definitely do that. Then release the arms, pressing the feet into the mat. Inhale, slowly roll on up. Head and neck are the last thing to rise. Relax the shoulders, fixing our pants, whatever we gotta do here. And then let's balance ourselves out here on our feet, finding our mountain pose. So feet are about hip distance apart, toes and knees are facing forward, really kind of pressing in to your mat, into the ground, to cause your quads to become engaged. That pelvis pulls in, or your belly pulls in as your pelvis tilts forward. Shoulders are relaxed, arms are relaxed. You can close your eyes here. Scan your body, seeing what works. Notice if the toes have turned out or turned in. If you definitely prefer the more anatomic, or the more classic pose where your toes are together and your heels are apart, you're welcome to do that. And then inhale, let's sweep the arms up, lifting through our heart. Shoulders are dropping away from our ears, reaching up, looking up. And then exhale, belly pulls in as we come right on around into our forward fold. Let the arms get heavy, let the head and neck get heavy. Inhale, belly button pulls in as you kind of start that little wave in your lower back as you roll up into your half lift. Flat back, looking ahead, right out in front of you if you can stand it. If you need to keep a slight bend in your knees, keep those knees bent, it's okay. And exhale, forward fold. Pressing those feet into the mat. Inhale, sweep those arms on up. And exhale, let's bring our hands to our heart center. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale, half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Feet press in. Inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale your hands to your heart center. And inhale and exhale. Inhale, half lift, flat back, looking ahead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms on up. And exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing the feet in. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale your hands to your heart center. Have an inhale here, and exhale, we're going to anchor into our right leg. As we do that, remember, we're not popping into our hip. We're taking that weight and just shifting it to our right leg. It's a really subtle movement. That right foot is rooting down, keeping us nice and stable and strong. We're going to move into tree pose here. So you can bring your hands to your hips or hands to your heart if you like. If you need your hands to help get that leg into position, that's fine too. So we can bring our left foot into our ankle, onto our calf, or all the way up into that right thigh. But remember, we avoid the knee. Your foot should definitely not be on your knee because your foot's pressing into your thigh and your thigh is pressing back into your foot to give you that counterbalance. Inhale nice and long. Hands can come to your heart. And if you'd like to move into those branches here, you are welcome to do that if that feels okay for you. And then take that sway if you like. That's where it gets tricky, right? Bringing our hands back into our heart center. Have a nice big inhale here, nice smooth exhale. Continue to root down through that right leg. And then with an inhale, you're going to bring your right knee in front of you. And then exhale, step it back. We're going to move into our pyramid here. So our toes and knees and hips are facing forward, lifting through our pelvis here as we inhale. And then exhale, hinge forward. Probably feeling it along this right leg here. And then if you'd like to come all the way around, bring those hands to the mat. Let your head and neck relax as you sink toward that right leg. Inhale back into your half lift. And exhale, sink toward that right leg. Inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, a little bend into that right knee, and then step your left leg to meet your right into a forward fold. Press those feet on into the mat and inhale, sweep the arms on up. And exhale those hands to your heart center. Have an inhale here and exhale, anchoring into our left leg. Press that left leg in. The foot is pressing into the mat, keeping it as a subtle movement. And when you're ready, bring that right leg into your preferred tree. Remember to avoid the knee. We're going to press that right foot into that left thigh or left calf, pointing that knee to the outside, trying to level off through your hips. Bringing our hands to our heart center. Inhale, send those arms up if you like. Keep the shoulders down away from your ears. And then if you want to take it into the breeze, take it into the breeze. Bringing our hands back to our heart. A couple more breaths in this tree pose. And then inhale, bring that right knee forward. And exhale, step that right leg on back. Toes and knees are forward, hips are forward. We're lifting through our pelvis. Have an inhale here and exhale. Come into that flat back. Testing out that left leg, making sure you're comfortable. And then continue all the way around, hands to the mat if you like. Inhale into your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend into that left knee a little bit and bring that right leg to meet the left. And let's hang out in our forward fold one more time, one last time here. Pressing those feet into our mat. Inhale, roll on up. Bringing our hands back to our heart center. And inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge from those hips and fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time we're going to plant the hands, but we're just going to step back into downward dog. We're going to be making our way into pigeon here. So if you already know you need blocks, you can get your your supplies handy here. And then inhale, let's bring that right leg on up. Pull that knee into the chest, making room for that leg as you bring that right knee to your right wrist. Gently place that right leg on the ground. Slide the left leg back, getting as low as you can here, squaring those hips toward the front of your mat. Again, putting a block here. If you're really pressing into the mat to hold on or pressing into your legs, make sure you're giving yourself the proper support under that right hip. So I'm going to give you some options today. So if you'd like to send those arms on up, and then bring your hand to your heart center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, and then exhale, bring that left elbow. Whoops, I need my right hand to help me. Outside that right knee, you can give the twist a try. If that's not your jam today, that's okay. You can go ahead and fold all the way forward. So do what feels good for you. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, continue to twist, looking behind you if you can. Couple of breaths in this twist. After you're in the twist, you're going to inhale back to the center and then go ahead and slide forward. With each exhale, sink a little more into that right hip, getting a little deeper, a little more relaxed into your leg. On into that, all the way up into that piriformis. And let's press those palms into the mat. Inhale, walk the hands on up, flipping that back toe, lift that back leg, and slide yourself back into your downward dog. Inhale, our left leg on up. Exhale, bring that left leg through, rolling through that belly if you need to create space for that leg. Bringing your left knee to your left wrist, slide the right leg back. Inhale, lift through your heart. Sweep those arms up, hands to your heart. Now you have the option to just go ahead and fold forward or bring that left elbow outside that right knee. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist through your shoulders. Feeling that deep stretch in that left hip. If it's a little too intense, then just go ahead and fold forward. The twist is just an option. Now, if you're in the twist, let's come back through the center and then slide on forward. Relaxing into that left hip. And press those palms into the mat. Walk those hands on back. We're gonna cruise on, roll on over to that left hip, slide that right leg on around. We're gonna hug our knees on in and we're gonna roll on back. If you have a strap, keep it handy. We're gonna take those hamstring stretches. Start off just by giving our legs a little hug, stretching into our lower back. And then exhale, release that left leg out to the mat. Grabbing your strap now, wrap it around the ball of your right foot. And on an inhale, let's lengthen through this right leg here. As you inhale, push through that heel. As you exhale, let those shoulders relax back to the mat. We're just using the strap as a little balancing. Check in on the back of that knee. Make sure it feels safe and it's not overextended. Really pushing that heel as far as you're comfortable. See if you can get those toes to be lower than your heel. That'll deepen that stretch. Every inhale, push that heel away. Nice big inhale as you push that heel away, and with your exhale, start to bring those toes toward the floor above your head, reaching up and grabbing those toes if you like, whatever feels good for you here. Remember, deep stretch, not painful stretch. We want to feel good here. Couple more breaths if you can stand it. And release that leg back into neutral, removing that strap. Let's inhale and hug that right leg in, giving it a nice big squeeze. And with your exhale, drop that right leg over to your left side, rolling our right shoulder back to the mat, extending our right arm, turning our gaze out over our right fingertips. Take a nice big breath in. And exhale, sinking into our twist. See if that right shoulder will make its way back to the mat. Relaxing into this twist. And then with an inhale, let's make our way back through the center. One more hug to that right leg, and then release it out to the mat. And with your inhale, hug in that left leg, giving it a nice big squeeze here. And then finding your strap. Where did I leave mine? All right, and then wrapping it around the ball of that left foot. And on your inhale, lengthen through that leg. Inhale, push through that heel. Exhale, shoulders relax back to the mat. Every inhale, you're really pushing that heel away from your body as if you're trying to reach the sky here. Dipping those toes below the heel if you can. All righty, when you're ready, on an exhale, let those toes start to make their way toward the floor above your head. Inhale, lengthening through our leg, and exhale, sinking those toes toward the floor. You want to reach up and grab your toes instead, you can. And then go ahead and release. Release that strap. Hug that leg in. And then bring the other leg on in. And let's take time to rock right on up here. So we are going to take that supported fish. So you've got your blocks, bolster, blankets, whatever you have. Let's bring it right along our spine. I think you're all pros at this by now. So if you want to try it a little deeper today, just slide the block a little lower on your back, but make sure it's comfortable and take your time as you roll back. So right there, right along that spine. When you get to your shoulder blades, let those shoulder blades hug that block. If you need to support your head all the way down, you can do that. Let that head and neck relax. Let those shoulders relax. If you're tensing up and holding on here, it's only going to hurt you in the long run. If you need that second block under your head, go for it. Take a big deep breath in here, deep into your belly. And as you exhale, sink and get heavier onto that block. If you tried it a little lower today and you decided you didn't like it, slowly move on up and adjust it. Really opening our heart here, opening through our throat. Our self-expression comes from. See if you can get a little heavier on that block. We'll hang out here for a few more breaths. If you decide to use this as your final resting pose, then just stay right here. Now, if you'd like to come out of this, let's do it nice and slow. You can bring a hand behind your head if you like. Let your belly pull in as you slowly roll on up. Palms can press into the mat. Come all the way up. And then if you have the urge, go ahead and just kind of slump on over here. Rolling those shoulders forward now. And an inhale, roll on up. Bringing your legs with you. Give them a nice big squeeze here. Let the head and neck relax. Let the shoulders relax. Take those gentle rocks from side to side here if you like. Or going all the way to happy baby. Or lengthening through your legs. Whatever last little movements feel good to you here. And then inhale, let's give those legs one more hug. And exhale, send them on out to your mat. Let your arms relax to your side here. Making your way to being as comfortable as you can. And then tune into your toes. As you inhale, scan your body from your toes all the way through your crown. Noticing any discomfort and see if you can make yourself more comfortable. Maybe a blanket or a bolster under the knees. Maybe you would like a weighted blanket, your blanket over your hips for a little weight. Check in on those shoulders, make sure they're rolling back toward the mat. And then take a big deep breath in, breathing in as deep as you can. Big audible exhale through your mouth. Big deep breath in. Big exhale out. One more time, biggest breath you can take here. Big exhale out. Let go of controlled breathing. Let your body rest. Sending those thoughts away from your mind here. They'll catch up with you later. If you are having a hard time sending those thoughts away, tune into your throat. You can visualize that blue color, the aquamarine of your throat chakra, and just tune into that. And if you don't see that blue color there, that's okay. Just tune into whatever is there and take your rest. With your next breath, tune into your body once again, feeling that breath enter your body and leave your body. With each inhale, you're bringing in energy to light your day, to power you through whatever it is you need to get through today. Hopefully it's a peaceful day for you. And when you're ready, bring some movement back into your body. Maybe it's the toes or the fingers, or rock your head from side to side. Eventually coming into a nice easy seat. And once you're there, go ahead and keep your eyes closed. Relax your face, relax those shoulders. I'm going to just read a little something I saw floating around on the internet yesterday. I know we all keep hearing, people are, 2020 is canceled, how awful 2020 is. But I thought this was an interesting perspective, so I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. What if 2020 isn't canceled? What if 2020 is the year we've been waiting for? A year so uncomfortable, so painful, so scary, so raw, that it finally forces us to grow. A year that screams so loud, finally awakening us from our ignorant slumber. A year we finally accept the need for change, declare change, work for change, become the change. A year we finally band together instead of pushing each other further apart. 2020 isn't canceled, but rather the most important year of them all. Leslie DeWhite. So let's go ahead and bring our hands together in Anjali Mudra. And let's take our most important mantra of all. Feel free to repeat after me. I love my body and I trust its wisdom. Namaste.